The Academy of Model Aeronautics has a long history of accomplishment in working with state parks to create and maintain model airplane flying sites. Please join us for a first-hand look at these partnerships in action.
Hi, my name is Kevin Fazzini. I'm the park manager here at Tuscarora State Park in eastern Pennsylvania.
Welcome to Farragut State Park. I'm Brian Rauter, the park manager.
My name is Rob White. I'm the senior ranger here at Chatfield, and I'm standing on the runway of the Jeffco Model Airplane Field. We're here at Chatfield State Park, which is located in the southwestern corner of the Denver metropolitan area.
Today we're going to take you on a tour of 3 of America's state parks which host model airplane flying fields.
The Model Aviation Club here at Chatfield has been a very valuable partner for the park. Starting from the very beginning, which is almost 20 years ago, this club has been a model of what other clubs should follow.
The club's been a very responsible partner with the park system. Anytime the club's been interested in doing improvements here at the field, they've approached the park system very professionally. They've requested the improvement with the resources to make the improvement themselves.
The Farragut Flyers Club basically instigated the whole program here. And working with me and the rest of the park staff, we figured out what needed to be done, and they provided most of the volunteer work to put the facilities in. That works pretty good for you in the cooperative sense between the Flyers and the Park Department?
Oh yeah, we've got a wonderful working relationship with the Parks Department that we've had here since, I think, clear back in 1980. It works for both sides real well.
We have found that the partnership between the Model Aviation Club here at Chatfield and the park system has been very good, both for us and the club. Almost all the facilities that you see here have been built by and funded by the local club members. The park installed the parking lot and the restroom, but the group picnic facility, the individual picnic benches, the playground equipment, the storage shed, all those items, the runways, the water improvements that you see here have been built by club members and funded by club members.
Flyers activity is very compatible in the park, mainly because we've got a lot of open space and there's room for that type of activity, especially right here. What was once basically a weedy field is now an active people use area, which we like. That is compatible.
We found that model flying can be compatible with the environment. The fields themselves support small game, some large game species, some wild turkey, some white-tailed deer, and an occasional appearance of a black bear.
As a matter of fact, we have employees who have seen antelope that have been bedded down at the end of runways while people were flying the planes, and those animals were not disturbed at all. In addition, when we have raptors that are nesting in nearby trees, the club members impose some regulations among themselves to prevent the airplanes from flying too close to these trees.
With the irrigation and the activity, we've actually got some better habitat for wildlife than was here before.
We just don't see any evidence that the model flyers have any impact on natural wildlife communities.
Here at Chatfield State Park, the Model Airplane Club provides a very valuable asset to other users of the park. That is, we have a number of people in the surrounding community who come out every day just to watch people fly their planes. If you look in the parking lot behind you, you'll see that the parking lot is probably 1/3 full, and it's a Friday when a lot of people are at work. I would venture to say that this parking area is probably one of the busiest at the park today, and that is because people enjoy watching the planes fly.
Aeromodeling is a valid recreational activity and can be hosted at most state parks.
The people that come here to go boating or fishing or swimming or hiking, if they are a regular visitor, also like to do some new things. And if they see the planes flying around, they'll come over and look at the model airplanes and visit with the modelers themselves. And I'm sure we've picked up a few club members just because of the interaction between a camper and a flyer, and that camper became a modeler. The compatibility of that is great.
As to the issue on the sound of the planes, we've had very few complaints here at Tuscarora. They do test each plane and make sure that it is muffled properly.
A concern about noise is pretty common when you deal with model airplanes or motorboats or vehicles with motors on them. At Farragut, the noise has not caused a disturbance to the other publics that I am aware of. No one's complained to me. We are concerned, though, that it is noisy, but it is controlled, and the flyers have standards so that the noise level is kept to a minimum.
In the 20 years plus that the model airplane field has existed here at Chatfield, the number of problems that we have had with noise or complaints from local residents has been very few. But when those do arise, we have found that club members act with park personnel rapidly to solve these problems. We've never had a return complaint. We've never had to address an issue a second time.
The Tuscarora Radio Control Flying Club has been in existence for approximately 30 years. They've been a partner with us here at Tuscarora State Park for over 25, and I don't see that relationship dissolving in the near future.
I've always felt that it's a good recreational use, and I've talked to the park department people and received a commitment from them that there would be a flying site here in the park. Perhaps not necessarily right at this location, but there would be one here as we recognize it as a valid recreational need.
The current buzzwords in state park systems are partnerships. This partnership was developed over 20 years ago when that hadn't even been heard of before. And that relationship has benefited both us and the club.
The relationship here has been great for all of us, and I just look forward to it continuing for a long time into the future.